All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Shanice Wise, and I am a business expansion coach and strategist. And I work with business owners who desire to expand their business streams, their business branches, their revenue streams, all that great stuff. And as a business coach, I have developed a variety of classes to help business owners during this season. And y'all know what season we're in, right? But I began to think about those who are not business owners that desire to be one, but because of life events, life situations, have never thought about taking the risk to use their gifts in order to build the type of business that will bring them joy and create a legacy for themselves as well as for their families. Okay. So when I decided to introduce the class, Giving Birth to the Business That Is Inside of You, I thought about the many who believe that they are incapable of being business owners because they work a full time job, they're in management, corporate executives, CEOs, and they earn great salaries and they're deeply immersed in their careers, but still feel as though something is missing. Now, as I share all that, I pray that if this is you, you continue to listen. So, have you ever desired to do something, but you were hindered by your time, your kids, or you just gave yourself a million and one excuses on why you could not do it? Okay. Perhaps you were afraid of what others would say. So and so has a great job. Why would she want to start a business? A business brings headache. Developing your own stuff. You work all these hours. I mean, blah, 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 blah. You know how it gets when people get in your ear and they start saying different things that you don't necessarily want to hear or that don't feed your spirit, right? So I'm going to say that again. Have you ever desired to do something but was hindered by your time, your kids, or you just gave yourself a million excuses on why you couldn't do it? And you know what I tell my clients? No matter what, an excuse is an excuse. It may be a good excuse, but listen, an excuse is still an excuse. So perhaps you were afraid of what others would say. And again, a lot of times the people who have different things to say really shouldn't say anything, right? So here's a question for you. Here's a question. So for my professionals out there, for my execs, my CEOs, my managers, team leads, and even employees who work in your career and you're solid at it. You may like it, you may not, but it's bringing a great salary home to take care of your family. Here is a question for you. Okay. When you were a child, were you ever asked what you wanted to do or be when you grew up? Or did you just sit back and think, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that? And then guess what happens? Life things happen and they throw you completely off whack. Okay. So, if you had that question, think about the response. Are you actually living out your purpose? Are you doing what you desire to do? Or are you doing what other people want you to do? You know, it's easy to do what other people desire for you to do, especially when you're told to grow up. You got 16 years of school, not 12 years. You go to college, you become a doctor, lawyer, whatever. But it may be someone else's dream and it's not yours. So here's another thought. I want you to step back and I want you to take a look at the world right now. OMG. To me, it's upside down. With everything that's going on in our country, as a result of this world pandemic, many of you would have normally gotten up, got the kids ready, got yourself ready, got your husband ready, and left home to go to a job. And now you're working from home or you're being laid off. Okay? Life as we knew before is now totally different for everyone. And have you had time? Have you ever think about a time where you ever had this much time to really think about what it is that you want to do, that you desire to do? You know, I was speaking with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and she believes her calling is life coaching. Okay, she does not have a life coaching business set up. She's actually a corporate exec. She has a whole department of people who report to her. Okay, but during this season, even though she's still working her corporate job from home, she's taking classes to get her certifications because she's tired. And those are life coaching certifications. She's tired of not operating in her gifts. So, again, yes, she has a great salary. She runs a team, but she's not operating in her purpose. And she's starting to feel like, what's next for me? She told me that she felt like life is just circling around her and that everybody else is moving except her. And she has an amazing job. She has a great salary, but she does not feel like she's walking in her purpose. So, my friend, since you're home, why not take time to sit back and think about that special gift that's inside of you? The gift that is fighting to get out, the gift that could be used on a daily basis to help someone else, to build something that you never ever thought you would be able to create. And I want you to hear me. I am not telling you not to work on your corporate job. I'm not telling you that. What I am telling you that there's a special gift that was uniquely created by God for you, and it's not for you. It was created for you, but it's not for you to keep to yourself. It's for you to share it. And it may be something that you've been afraid to do, but if you did it, like Dr. Seuss says, oh, the places that you would go. Oh, the places that you would go. And let's go back to the way the world is right now. People are dying on a daily basis. Like, my heart just drops when I turn on the news, when I turn on MSNBC, when I turn on CNN, even when I turn on my regular news, it's always someone who's catching the virus and it's getting closer to home. My aunt, her friend's husband passed away from the virus. I was talking to a girlfriend who was devastated because her preacher friend passed away from the virus. People are dying on a daily basis all over the world as a result of this virus and the complications to their health. And I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me so loudly and so clearly. You, my friend who is listening, you are not promised tomorrow. You must take advantage of what God has given you today. Are you aware that there is a business that is inside of you that is yelling, screaming, desiring to get out? What type of business could you develop if you operated solely out of your gifts? Do you even truly know what your gift is? Honestly, I talk to so many people who are in their careers, even business owners who are running amazing businesses, and they still have not identified what their true gift is. Many people trying to identify what their gift is and how to develop it. Oh my goodness. I believe the steps to creating an amazing business is identifying, activating, and maximizing the special gifts that you were birthed with. And again, everyone, I truly believe down in my soul that the Lord gave everyone a special gift that was uniquely given to them to be able to change people's lives all over the world. And when I tell you the topic, and I think about the topic, giving birth to the business that's inside of you, the reason that I use the word birth is because I think of the birthing process that we as women go through to give birth to our children. It's not an easy process. Matter of fact, it's probably one of the most challenging processes you will ever have to go through. This process of birthing for a woman takes 9 months of carrying and nurturing their gift, their child that's inside of them. Getting regular checkups to make sure that they're healthy, because if they're not healthy, then the baby won't be healthy. This is the investment that we as women make to make sure that the baby comes to full term and is healthy. This is the same approach necessary to identify your gift and bring it to the forefront. It is a birthing process, and it's a beautiful process. One of the things that I absolutely love, y'all, is when I get a business owner and I help them create and develop, and I watch them walk through the process of when they come to me. And then when their business, whatever they're developed, is manifested, it's so beautiful. So for you, those of you who are listening and you don't have a business, but you know that it's inside of you, you know that you're gifted to do more. You know that God desires for you to do more. It's a beautiful, beautiful picture watching someone who comes to me and they have no clue. And then they develop it. And then when I see them walk in it, that hits my heart. And it reminds me that I am doing my purpose work. It's a birthing process. It is an investment. But I'm telling you, for those of you who desire to give birth to the business that's inside of you, this type of investment can truly change your life. I have on many occasions told the story about my father, who was an amazing man, and he went to be with the Lord 13 years ago, going on 13 years ago. He was so gifted in many, many ways, but he took his gifts to his grave. He was very professional. He took care of my brother, myself, and my mom. He was a great guy, very reserved, very to himself. But there's not one day that goes by that I don't think about him, and if he was here and what he would be doing, and seeing him with his grandchildren, because he died before he could see his grandchildren. This man had a knack for style, and he could dress anyone that came his way from female to male. And I always believed that my father could have dressed and styled anyone from the celebrity to the average everyday working person who had a professional career. But guess what? He never truly pursued this gift because he was always taking care of his family. So he never truly pursued this gift at a high level. And when he passed away, I need you to hear me and hear me clearly. He took his gift with him to the grave. I want you to pause and think about that. For those of you leaders, teachers, professionals, CEOs who work a day-to-day job, but you know that there's something more that you should be doing. And again, not disregarding what you're already doing, but in addition, you don't want this to be the end of your story. And you don't want to come out of this situation right now, the way the world is. You don't want to come out of it still being the same person. You want to think better. You want to be more grateful to God. You want to be different. You want to be better. You don't want this to be your story. Instead, my friend, your story should be that of you having lived your true self, where you gave birth to a beautiful gift and you attached it to some sort of business that could change and be a blessing to so many people. So many people. So, giving birth to the business that's inside of you. It's a virtual class for professionals, executives, team leaders, managers, professionals, visionaries. This course is for you. Okay. It's for those of you who know that you have a business inside of you. You just don't know how to get it out. You don't know what to do. Those of you who are willing to take a risk to identify those gifts, the type of business that you could have if all your excuses were removed and you stepped out in faith to create something for yourself. Those of you who are willing to give birth to something that has been lying dormant inside of you. And those of you who don't want to live a life of could have, would have, or should have. Let me ask you the question. It's a free virtual class. What do you have to lose? Think of all the things that you could gain. Purpose, something you create on your own, additional income, and a way to serve others using that which God has given you. And you know it's all about faith. It's all about stepping out on faith. You may not see the end of the results or the end of the story or what's going to happen, but at least you can say that you did the research, you looked into it, and you tried. You know, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So, giving birth to the business that's inside of you. The focus of the virtual class, and it's going to be on Tuesday, April 28th, 2020, at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, there is a registration link that you need to click. The focus is the importance of identifying and understanding your gift. So we're going to dive into, the importance of it, because you may think you know what your gift is and it's really not your gift. Okay. So the importance of identifying and understanding your gift. Then we're going to talk about the 3 mistakes professionals make when attaching their gift to the wrong business. OMG. Do you know how many people come to me who are running businesses that don't even bring them joy? They thought it was their gift. They thought it was what they're supposed to do. And now they're doing a whole 360. So we're going to talk about 3 mistakes professionals make when attaching their gifts to the wrong business. And then we're going to close out the class as talking about, as an executive manager, team leader, how you can have a corporate career and run a business at the same time. So understand, I'm not trying to get you to replace your current job, but I do want you to develop and give birth to the business that's inside of you. So make sure that you register. Once you register for this link, okay, you'll get an email from me. You'll be added to my distribution list, so you'll know everything that's going on. You'll get great business tips leading up to the class, and then 48 hours before the class, you will receive a link from Zoom that you'll need to register to, and it'll give you the actual link to join. Okay, so it's a step-by-step process. It allows me to know who's really serious, who checks their email, who's on top of what they say that they desire. So again, my name is Shanice M. Wise. I am a business expansion coach and strategist. I work with business owners who desire to expand their business streams. And the reason that I desired and decided to offer this class is because I began to think about those who are not in business. They're not business owners, but desire to be one. And because of life events, have never taken the risk or the time to use their gifts in order to build the type of business that could bring them joy and create a legacy for themselves and for their family. So excited. I pray that you receive this. If you're who I'm speaking to, again, those professionals, team leaders, executives, no matter where you're at, and the great thing about it is virtual, so you'll be able to take this class in your home. It is very interactive, a lot of fun, and I am constantly just listening to God on what I need to develop in order to help people during this season. So I'm using my gift. I pray that you do the same. So again, thanks for joining me. Be sure to register, click the link, and blessings to you and your family. Stay safe. Remember to stay home. Remember to wear your mask and your gloves. And remember to bless the frontline workers. I am truly focused on being a blessing to business owners. Every week I'm doing something for business owners, sending them money, purchasing a product. And I truly believe I have to lead by example. So if you're watching and you get your hair done, you get your nails done, you frequent places, Send them a love gift. Purchase something from business owners, because right now it's important to be able to sow seeds, because you know what? Seeds come back. They come back. So again, thank you again. My name is Shanice M. Wise, your business expansion coach and strategist. Have a wonderful, God inspired day.